Welcome into 5 on Your Sideline. I am Corey Miller, and we are getting into the time on the high school football calendar that can make or break a season. Just a few weeks left. What kind of team are you going to be?
Corey, I couldn't say it better myself. I'm Annie Kroll, and we had front row seats as teams all over the area went for crucial wins in a couple of rivalry matchups, Corey. So why don't you do things? Why don't you kick things off?
Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's start over the river. Belleville East at Edwardsville. East is going to start the scoring. Makai Henderson through the line into the end zone. That's good for 6. Edwardsville can run the ball too. Watch Stephen Moore Jr.'s legs just keep on churning until he finds the end zone. 7-6 Belleville East at that point. Couple big defensive plays coming up as well. Trust Thornton gonna bat it up, bit of a bobble, but he eventually comes down with it for the Lancer interception going the other way. Then watch this hit, Annie. Here it comes, boom! Oof. Patrick Chisholm lays the lumber for Edwardsville. Tigers win on homecoming, 20-10.
That was a nasty hit, but how about the Fort Zumwalts? We're flipping excited for tonight. Fort Zumwalt North hosting South. If you're a fan of QBs using their legs, this was your game. North's Lucas Newcomb, keeps it and then some. He's going to barrel past those Bulldog defenders, fire up his sideline, even run past my camera. Oops, oopsie. That was a 35-yard run right there, but Newcomb has less luck in the air. Watch this as Zumwalt South's Cameron Brown picks it for the interception, taking it all the way to the 15-yard line. You could tell he wanted to go into the end zone, but just not quite there. But don't worry, it's going to be South quarterback Cooper Owens who gets it done, finding Aiden Vogt in the end zone. So Newcomb tries again, answering full steam once again on the ground, and finally finds the end zone one more time from less than 10. Fort Zumwalt North pulls out the win, 35-14 against the Bulldogs.
Marquette on the road taking on the Kirkwood Pioneers. Owen Neslick's going to find his standout wideout Jacob Eberhardt for 6. Eberhardt recently picked up offers from Illinois, Nebraska, and Wisconsin. Watch him, folks. Later on, it's Marquette airing it out. It's going to be Kirkwood's Jordan Henry who comes down with it right in front of our birthday boy photographer, Jimmy Kruko. Nice shot, Jimmy. Mustangs would score while we were there, though. Caden Thornberry, beautiful pass to Joey Bogalski. That's a touchdown. Kirkland does go on to win 52-21.
Quite decisive. Let's check out a game from last night. Parkway North at Parkway West for Parkway bragging rights. Defensive battle in the first half. A host of Vikings all over West quarterback on this sack. North would get on the board through the air, though. Dakari Hollis to Marvin Martin for the touchdown. Just before the half, though, Jet Johnson, which actually is a great name for a defensive back, by the way, comes flying in. Oh, my goodness. Grabs the interception for the Longhorns. North goes on to win this rivalry game, though, 32-14.
Some afternoon football earlier today. Westminster at John Burroughs. Bombers would get on the board first. Sean Edmondson right through the middle, through the defense, in for 6. Burroughs driving again. This time John Henry Stream gets the interception for Westminster off the deflection. Nice play there. Back to the Bombers one last time. Max Steinbach, QB keeper from a long way out.
It's the Jets.
Great run there. He finds Pater. Burroughs beats Westminster 35-10. Well, on paper, the best matchup of the week takes us to one of the best rivalries in the area. The Battle of 109, Eureka against Lafayette. Both teams are undefeated at 6-0 and looking to make a statement. Over at Lafayette, the whole school community was amped for the opportunity to hand the rival Wildcats their first loss of the season in front of a rocking crowd.
Battle of 109, you're best against the best, 6-0 team. I mean, both great teams come into it.
Battle of 109, it kind of brings a lot of hype, just like not even about the game, but just in school. Like you can feel something's different about it. And I think just having that rivalry really makes everyone on the team excited and really gets us going in practice as well during the week.
There is the Mayor's Bowl trophy for the winner of the Battle of 109 between Eureka and Lafayette. First up, looks like a big play for the Lancers to start things, but wait, Jeremy Williams gets the pick in the end zone, but he's going to run out of it, then goes back in and gets tackled. Oh boy, that's a safety for Eureka. The Wildcats would take over from there. Casey Hobelman to Jack McMillan. That's a touchdown. Then Eureka would give the ball to their star running back, and look at Trevor Kodak cut his way up the sideline and into the end zone. He's a stud, folks. Eureka kept their foot on the gas pedal. Cade Gustafson would reach out for another Wildcat touchdown right here. Eureka goes on to win 30-15.
Tackle Hunger 3, sponsored by Neighbors Credit Union, your neighbor for life.
It's already week 7 for Tackle Hunger, and we go to St. Charles County for an all-Howell contest. Francis Howell Central versus Francis Howell North. Victor the Viking took to the hallways in Central on Thursday to rally students and staff. Operation Food Search officials say Tackle Hunger was one of their most successful food collection events last year. Meanwhile, here was the effort yesterday at Francis Howell North. There are 18 area school districts contributing this season.
And advertise as much. We posted stuff on Instagram, people were reposting that, especially through NHS.
Also, junior class is sort of running like the Powder Puff game, and entry into the Powder Puff game is 1 canned food item, so we're trying to get like a lot of donations from that.
Here are the final results. It was another big week of helping Operation Food Search. Howell North came out on top in the Tackle Hunger competition. They collected over 2,000 pounds of food. Altogether, this week's donations will help provide quality nutrition to 1,800 people for a day. But let's talk about some football now. Now to the field for the action behind North and Central. And we had fireworks right off the bat. First play from scrimmage, Riley Winkler finds Jack Brown. And Winkler is already celebrating because watch this play go for 88 yards. Yes, 88 all the way to the house as Brown weaves his way through the North defense. Get that guy some oxygen,
Oh
my
man,
goodness.
I'm worn out watching that.
That was a tiring one. Soon after, Ashton Payton would find the end zone as well for Central as the Spartans win this rivalry matchup 59-14.
Some news from one of the best teams in the area this week. Luther North has imposed a suspension of head coach Kyle Wagner. The school reported an unintentional Misha violation in regards to summer football activities. Misha, however, will not impose a postseason ban on the program. On the field, the Crusaders have been dominant. They're 5-1 and have not lost to a team from this area this year. Luther North has state championship dreams, and a big reason why is running back Javon Blackman. He has over 80 two-point conversions in his career. The next closest player in program history has 12. And that skill can make it very difficult for opponents.
The kids get excited, they jump up whenever it's time to go jumbo, and we know at that point it's mano a mano.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of pressure on them. Because even though we win a lot of close games, we still be up maybe an extra 2 possessions just off 2-point conversions.
The fact that he's 5'8", and he's like 200-something pounds, and he a bowling ball. Like if he get north and south, it's a wrap.